In a story that has shaken both the athletic and financial sectors, the claim that Floyd Mayweather Jr. was caught up in a fake $42 million property deal has directly clashed with his troubled connection to former protégé Gervonta "Tank" Davis. Official business documents did not back up Mayweather's confident statement about acquiring 62 rental properties in Manhattan, fueling talk of deception, suggesting that his Vita Properties business never actually completed the purchase. That dispute came back into view in April 2025 when experts noted missing ownership transfers, leading to speculation that Mayweather exaggerated or completely fabricated the investment. Within this situation, Davis, who used to be guided by Mayweather, has openly spoken out, reigniting their long-running conflict with assertions that Mayweather was trapped in Dubai last year because of unpaid bills, effectively uncovering a concealed web of financial troubles that have left supporters and business associates shocked. In February 2025, Mayweather shared on Instagram that his property company had finalized a $42 million purchase of a group of 62 rent-stabilized apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. The transaction, he said, marked a planned move from costly personal spending to legacy-focused investing, a story meant to quiet long-held beliefs about sports stars wasting their money. Yet within weeks, city ownership records, which are normally updated quickly after a sale, showed no change in ownership for any of the buildings in question. The NYC Housing Partnership, a non-profit that works on many of these rent-stabilized properties, confirmed it had not received any notice of a sale. Industry specialists noted that if such a deal had truly closed, many public documents and regulatory alerts would exist. Instead, an unnamed source referenced by The Real Deal and Business Insider suggested Mayweather might have bought only a small share with options to increase it later, far from the outright purchase he promoted. Even Mayweather's own team members, called to defend the deal on phone calls, gave inconsistent stories. One representative's voice did not match past recordings of Mayweather's business partner, James McNair, making the situation even more confusing. As the gap between Mayweather's statement and public records became clear, commentators began calling the event a possible scam, wondering whether it was a communication failure, a publicity stunt, or flat-out dishonesty. Financial monitors and property analysts called for an investigation, noting that even a mistake of this size could hurt trust in celebrity-backed investments. Black Enterprise similarly pointed out the lack of supporting evidence, stressing that the supposed $42 million deal might not be fully truthful. Gervonta Davis first emerged as Mayweather's top student in 2015, learning under Mayweather Promotions and benefiting from the retired champion's guidance. However, their relationship turned sour after Davis left the promotion stable in late 2022 to seek new management under Al Heyman. Although mutual respect was still publicly claimed, Mayweather often praised Davis's abilities. Their partnership broke into a bitter disagreement by 2023. April 2024, Davis used social media to claim that Mayweather was trapped in Dubai because of overdue payments, saying he had been stuck there for a while, as well since he took people's money and didn't do what they hired him to do. Coverage by Essentially Sports described Mayweather's trip, first reported as a relaxing getaway, as suddenly extended, suggesting issues beyond simple visa problems. Give Me Sport reported that Davis hinted Mayweather was being detained by local officials due to financial obligations not connected to boxing. Mayweather, in response, made fun of the rumors by posting pictures of himself enjoying Dubai's nightlife, but gave no direct answer to the debt accusations. With the $42 million fraud story leading the news, Davis jumped in, publicly linking Mayweather's alleged scam to the debt that supposedly got him trapped in Dubai. On X, Davis praised the Business Insider investigation and asked whether Mayweather's business structure was built on illusions, adding new fuel to questions about his finances. He went on to reveal negative information about his former mentor and describe him as a financial fraud. Davis's statements found agreement with several industry people and commentators. Rick Glazer, a well-known boxing agent, posted that contacts in Dubai confirmed Mayweather was definitely being held by the government court system there because he owes a large sum of money, supporting Davis's accusations. Boxing News reported that Davis warned fighters to watch out for Mayweather's business skills, calling him a dishonest person and urging colleagues to perform careful checks before making agreements under the Money Mayweather brand. TalkSport documented the public argument, noting that fans and media were surprised by the claims given Mayweather's long-standing image of financial intelligence and his position as the highest-earning athlete in history. These viewpoints show a growing number of people doubting whether Mayweather's post-boxing activities have been as successful as promoted. The gap between his carefully built picture of perfect wealth and these exposed financial problems has never seemed larger. Clash between a potentially dishonest high-value property claim and internal revelations about concealed debt offers a warning about the risks present in business projects led by famous figures. Investors frequently depend on star appeal and polished images to justify large financial commitments. But when those images crack, the consequences can be serious. If the $42 million claim turns out to be untrue or exaggerated, and if Mayweather's financial troubles are as serious as alleged, people who put money into his projects could face major losses, property partners could see asset values questioned, and lenders might demand complete transparency or even cut off funding lines. This situation could set off a chain reaction, causing the failure of connected projects and making it harder for other celebrities to raise money using their personal names. Regulators are already looking into the discrepancy between Mayweather's statements and official records. Lawmakers and oversight agencies might respond with stricter reporting rules for celebrity-backed deals, requiring outside audits and more thorough filing procedures. Financial commentators are suggesting that new regulations could demand that any individual announcing a multi-million-dollar purchase submit verifiable proof to securities or property authorities within a fixed period. Gervonta Davis's choice to bring attention to Floyd Mayweather's financial struggles, connecting the high-profile fraud accusations to stories of unpaid debts in Dubai, has reignited a conflict that goes beyond personal business. It has uncovered fundamental questions about accountability, transparency, and the powerful allure of celebrity wealth. As regulatory bodies consider possible inquiries and investors re-evaluate their risk, Mayweather's standing as both a fighter and a businessperson remains uncertain. If Floyd actually had funds, would the money not have already been sent there? For Davis, the public exposure may serve both as personal validation and a warning to others. No level of celebrity can protect someone from the consequences of financial dishonesty. And for the broader business world, this event could bring about a period of increased scrutiny where the shine of stardom meets the reality of proper checks, and the truth behind news stories is no longer something that can be ignored. However, Gervonta Davis and Floyd Mayweather are once again caught in a painful and growing conflict. The situation worsened recently when Davis threatened to physically attack his former mentor, saying he planned to knock Mayweather out the next time they saw each other. This dispute is the product of Davis's frustration, especially regarding a past prison sentence he received for a hit-and-run incident in 2020. The relationship between Davis and Mayweather has been unstable. Despite their professional link, Davis spent much of his career competing under Mayweather Promotions. Strains began to appear as early as 2017, when Davis reached world champion status. By late 2022, after his fight with Rolando Romero, he separated from Mayweather Promotions, choosing to go his own way under Al Heyman's direction. The split seemed friendly at first, but tensions returned before Davis's April 2023 matchup with Ryan Garcia. Davis accused Mayweather of preventing his entry to the Mayweather Gym, an important location for his training sessions. Although the two seemed to make peace when Mayweather attended Davis's victory over Garcia, tensions have risen again. Recently, Mayweather criticized modern fighters for caring too much about fame and material things, a comment Davis took as a hidden attack on him. In response, Davis struck back on social media, accusing Mayweather of questionable money dealings and calling him a hater. This public argument reflects a long-standing bitterness between Mayweather and Davis that has appeared as a series of hostile online exchanges. While Davis made the claims about Floyd being held up in Dubai, Floyd surprised everyone by traveling around Dubai, not on an expensive yacht as one might expect, but on a small, simple boat. Naturally, he moves proudly around the boat, a diamond and gold chain shining on his chest, catching the light and impressing everyone nearby. That is the Mayweather we all know. For example, during a 2018 shopping trip, he spent an incredible $5.3 million on a 30-carat pear-shaped VVS diamond ring, a 4.5-carat bracelet, a 2-pound gold necklace, and 3 watches, as reported by TMZ. Just a few years earlier, in 2015, he spent $10 million on a 50-carat diamond ring and a detailed 74-diamond necklace, according to Rolling Stone. When Mayweather treats himself to luxury, it's not only millions spent on eye-catching jewelry, but also hundreds of thousands on purses. In 2016, he shared a video on Instagram showing his purchase of 5 Hermes bags for a huge $400,000. Moving ahead to 2019, he showed off the world's largest Chanel bag, a hula hoop-style design worth around $2,400. Floyd Mayweather has always enjoyed high-stakes betting, especially in sports like boxing, where he often places bets on himself. His love for gambling reaches beyond the ring into the NBA, NFL, and other sports events. Over time, he has collected millions in winnings. Notably, in 2014, he earned a huge $4.7 million in just 1 month through NFL bets. Then in May 2015, he took in over $1 million from a combination of NBA and boxing bets, as reported by tabloids. Despite those successes, however, his gambling losses have been even larger, with reports saying he lost around $50 million in 2017 alone, according to Maxim. Additionally, certain reports reveal that Floyd Mayweather is running out of money. Last summer, Matchroom Boxing chief Eddie Hearn created a lot of talk when he said that pound-for-pound legend Floyd Mayweather was still taking part in exhibition fights because his fortune was not as large as he often made it seem. Since he refers to himself as money, those comments were certain to upset Floyd. So when Mayweather learned that Hearn was in Las Vegas visiting a local boxing gym, a direct face-to-face meeting between them became almost unavoidable. When it comes to talking about money matters in today's boxing world, Hearn, who runs one of the biggest promotional companies globally, is certainly well qualified. However, Mayweather was not willing to accept any suggestion that his fortune had been exaggerated. A video of their meeting has recently appeared, and it showed an unexpectedly friendly conversation. Floyd even admitted, "I like Eddie," before explaining how he had found out about Hearn's comments regarding his financial situation. Hearn has often spoken openly about Mayweather's financial status, even though they do not share an official working relationship in the sport. The promoter has not only raised doubts about some of Floyd's reported earnings, but also expressed uncertainty about how much of his wealth remains, considering the American's extreme spending habits. The British matchmaker is not alone in raising these questions. Leading up to his highly anticipated August 2017 megafight with Mayweather, UFC star Conor McGregor frequently suggested that Floyd might be having problems with his taxes. Since securing that victory and retiring with a perfect 50-0 record, Mayweather has reportedly earned millions by facing well-known opponents. In his conversation with Hearn, Floyd reiterated that his participation in these showcase fights is due to his own preference, not financial troubles. Only Floyd and his close associates can say for sure whether he is earning the millions he claims from his exhibition bouts. Meanwhile, Mayweather's upcoming exhibition match remains unconfirmed. In December, rumors circulated suggesting the Las Vegas native might face former Manchester United and England defender Rio Ferdinand later that year, but those reports were quickly denied. Still, considering Mayweather's history of opponents, it is clear that almost anything could happen, provided the payment is right. However, former boxer Amir Khan expressed sadness over the news that Floyd Mayweather may be facing bankruptcy. He suggested that Mayweather may struggle to keep up his expensive American lifestyle in Dubai, potentially leading him to return to the ring for a few more fights. Khan also shared that Donald Trump turned down an invitation to his bout with Canelo and revealed he nearly signed with Dana White and Turki Al-Shika's new boxing league, which he believes will dramatically change the sport. He said, "It is sad, but look, karma is real. Look how arrogant he was. He's showing off money. You cannot throw money and display money like that to people because there is a lot of poverty around the world. And if he's showing off and throwing money at strip clubs, when we show off money, we spend it on buying investments. He's showing off money and being disgustingly rich. So he's trying to put everyone else down." According to Conor McGregor, Floyd Mayweather broke a verbal promise for a rematch. 7 years ago, McGregor made his professional boxing debut against the legendary Mayweather, ultimately losing by stoppage in the 10th round. Despite the defeat, the Irishman earned £100 million from the fight, which became the second most watched bout in history, trailing only Mayweather's victory over Manny Pacquiao. McGregor claims he should have had the chance to avenge his defeat in MMA. That was the original, McGregor said of his fight with Mayweather during an interview on Fox Sports. He said it was a verbal agreement. "I box him and he fights me. But, you know, he didn't honor it. He hasn't honored it yet. Who knows?" He said he would go against Mayweather in another boxing bout, adding, "I'd like another crack at it. I can always say it's another boxing fight, and then just bend the rules a little bit when we're in there. Maybe." UFC CEO Dana White was also open to the possibility of a second fight under his banner. "I don't know. We'll find out," he said when asked about a rematch in the cage. He added, "I'm interested. Obviously, he's interested. And the last time we were both interested, you saw what happened. I know Conor wants it." For a long time, McGregor has maintained that he defeated Mayweather at certain points during their bout, and that he would raise his hand in a rematch. "Don't forget, I played ping pong with Floyd's head," he tweeted and later deleted last year. He added, "I carried him in the rematch. I'm going to use this style of attack, but alongside a more destructive set of shots on top. Also before, it was just ping pong. This time it was ping pong and Babe Ruth with a baseball bat. KO incoming." McGregor has also reportedly said that Floyd is facing financial issues and that he has not paid his taxes. Numerous reports have frequently suggested that Floyd Mayweather has been struggling financially, citing this as a key reason behind his decision to fight Conor McGregor in 2017. However, in October 2024, he tried to silence those rumors with a massive property investment. Mayweather closed a $42 million deal in Upper Manhattan, purchasing more than 60 buildings with over 1,000 units. Growing up, I used to dream about owning just one home by myself. When you work hard, you can achieve anything, Mayweather shared with TMZ. He made another move into this field a month later. In November, Mayweather spokesperson, along with Mark Karasich, managing member of 601W Companies, announced that the boxing legend had put money into one of 601W's main portfolios. A major force in the real estate industry, 601W Companies manages a $10 billion portfolio, including 18 office buildings covering 10 million square feet. Although the exact amount of Mayweather's investment has not been disclosed, reports suggest this could be his biggest financial commitment so far. However, as the new year began, a fresh controversy surrounding Mayweather's financial dealings came to light. Floyd Mayweather, widely considered the wealthiest boxer globally with an incredible $1.2 billion earned over his remarkable fighting career, is now facing accusations of insolvency. These claims come after reports emerged of workers at his Los Angeles gym holding a demonstration over unpaid salaries. A report from the Daily Mail revealed that the boxing legend's money team company was responsible for paying the staff. Because of missing wages, employees at the facility took to the streets with signs and a microphone, protesting outside the building on Highland Avenue. The workers also stated that the facility is in danger of shutting down, leaving them unable to pay their own bills. Footage from the protest showed an upset worker holding a sign that accused Mayweather of carrying out modern-day slavery, while another displayed a sign reading, "The money team has no money," suggesting financial collapse. One employee spoke to the media, claiming they had been treated poorly by the company, with the protest intended to bring public attention to their complaints. Strangely though, the staff members are not sure if Floyd Mayweather even knows about the situation or their financial problems. Who knows if he's aware or not? "We don't," an employee said. They added, "I was told that we can't tell him. I can't tell him that our studio is closing, and he was here 2 weeks ago. We've been silenced." What are the possible consequences for Mayweather's money team given the new accusations against him? California Labor Code 210 outlines penalties for employers who fail to pay their workers on time. For first and second violations, penalties range from $100 to $200. Additionally, the code specifies that if wages remain unpaid for more than 30 days, employees are entitled to a full day's pay at the regular rate for each day the payment is delayed. Workers can also take legal action against their employer, in this case, the money team. Moreover, the threat of gym closures is very real, as shown by one of Floyd Mayweather's gyms in Elk Grove, which shut down after the landlord filed a lawsuit for breaking the lease due to an overdue $30,000 rent payment, according to the Daily Mail. So, that is all for today's video. Do not forget to share your opinions in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will see you in the next one.